Benton County is still on flash flood alert after heavy downpour this morning. Here's footage taken around 9 a.m. today on Rogers on I-49 of Bo Russell's morning commute. Benton County officials say they're seeing flooding on the east side of the county, including spots on Sugar Creek Road and State Line Road. The county says crews are monitoring roads throughout the day, and they're asking drivers to pay close attention to any barriers, cones, or caution tape. They say even if water isn't visible, a closed road could still be washed out or unsafe to drive on.
We work on barrier awareness with our citizens because a lot of people, they think that tape or cones don't constitute a flooded road or closed off road, but they do. If the road is still closed and you don't see water on the road, that is probably because we haven't gone through to assess the safety of that road. It could be washed out, it could be damaged.
Officials there say if you see a flooded road, call 911 so crews can get out there and close it. They say Benton County also has a flooded road closure map on its website, but that map only includes county-maintained roads, not city streets, state highways, or interstates. Well, Fort Smith officer Kyle Newman remains in critical condition, but is said to have shown improvement in the last 24 hours. Newman is the officer who was shot in the line of duty Sunday. He was shot in the neck while investigating a DWI early Sunday near the McClure Amp. Since then, support has been pouring in from across the region. Officer Newman's hometown is Lavaca. His family has deep roots there, and they say that they've been praying for him ever since.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't know him, but and when I initially saw it, I wasn't sure that he was one of the. But found out pretty quick that. I guess that would be a second cousin. Well, we've all been praying for him right along, and with just a lot of family.
Lavaca High School's principal told us Officer Newman was an engaged student, deeply involved in athletics, and the community is hoping he recovers quickly. We're also learning more about the history of the suspect police say shot Officer Newman. 27-year-old Joshua Keller was shot and killed by officers after leading them on a chase that ended near the Grand Avenue exit on I-540. We've learned Keller had at least one prior arrest. He pleaded guilty to third-degree domestic battery in Van Buren in December. He was sentenced to 12 months suspended and was ordered to complete a domestic violence intervention program. As the investigation into the shooting continues, we'll be keeping up with Officer Newman's condition and any update from Fort Smith Police right here on air. Any special press conferences will be streamed on 5 News Plus and our website, 5newsonline.com. We're learning more about the two people stabbed at a home in rural Franklin County. Sheriff Johnny Crocker says a woman called 911 reporting a man was being stabbed inside her home on Cat Holler Road Friday night. Deputies say when they got there, the suspect ran inside the home and barricaded himself, leading to a standoff that lasted for more than an hour before he was shot and killed by law enforcement. Sheriff Crocker says he'll never forget that first 911 call.
And hopefully, God, nobody has to listen to that. It's a disgusting call to hear. You can hear the man getting stabbed. And then you hear the young lady, she says he's coming for me. And I don't want to paint this in people's minds, and I don't want people to think about this. But you can hear what's happening on that call.
Arkansas State Police are investigating the shooting that killed the suspect while investigators continue processing the scene. Two people are facing more than 270 charges combined in an Arkansas child abuse case have taken a plea deal. In Mountain Home, Daniel Wright and Jacqueline Barnett were arrested in 2024 and charged with counts including false imprisonment and child endangerment. The couple was accused of abusing a 15-year-old boy last year. Wright and Barnett were arrested again and faced new charges. This week, the couple pleaded guilty to various counts, but over 100 charges were dropped for each defendant. They'll now each face 20 years in prison. You can read much more about this story on our website, 5newsonline.com. Well, Fort Smith City directors could set in motion to change the form of government tonight. The board is considering two options. The first is setting a special election for this November for voters to decide to change the form of government from a city administrator form to a mayoral form. The other option is for that election to be held in November of next year. All this while a petition is still being circulated to get the change of government on the ballot this November. Meanwhile, Fayetteville City Council is expecting a lot of public comment for an appeal of Swarm Aero's drone manufacturing plant near Drake Field. The council will hear an appeal on the company's business license after it was determined it was not zoned properly. Mayor Molly Ron said last week they expect the meeting to go into a second day. Council will also hear an appeal on the development plan for the Ramey Junior High School off College Avenue. As many families across Northwest Arkansas continue feeling the pressure of higher costs, local volunteers are stepping in to help. This week, 7 Rotary clubs are partnering with the nonprofit For the Love on a series of food projects, including free community dinners. People lined up Monday evening at Luther George Park in Springdale for those free meals. Organizers say the weekly dinners have become a reliable source for many, with around 400 people coming through the Springdale location each Monday night.
It is individuals that have food insecurity, but it's also individuals that's had a long day at work and just want to come, and it connects everybody together so that we can all sit around the table and just share a meal.
Community meals will continue through the week in Rogers at Hope Family Church, in Fayetteville on South College Avenue, and in Bentonville at the For the Love building. Each one kicks off at 5:30 and runs out when the food runs out. Other Rotary clubs across Northwest Arkansas are also supporting food pantries and outreach efforts in Springdale and Bella Vista. Well, May is National Pet Month. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach shows us how Best Friends Pet Resource Center in Bentonville is celebrating furry friends and working to bring awareness to the many that need homes.
This month, the No Kill Shelter is working to celebrate all the animals in our lives and make sure that they find forever homes. The shelter is partnering with Walmart this month. Just this past weekend, they held their Pawpalooza adoption event where all of the kittens and multiple dogs were adopted. Best Friends says events like this help bring more attention to shelter pets still waiting for homes. The organization says even a small increase in adoptions across Arkansas could make a big difference for shelters nationwide.
91% of animal shelters are within a 20-mile distance to a Walmart. So by being able to partner with Walmart and really bring that awareness to these shelter pets that are waiting for their homes, we're hoping for, throughout the month, a huge number of adoptions across the country.
If you can't adopt a dog right now, fostering is also another option. For more information about that and volunteering, you can visit our website, 5newsonline.com. In Bentonville, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.